Hello, it's me again with another D_throwback. If you can't hear, I'm very sick. I'm very sick. I feel like crap. I have to go into work today too, so I hate it. I hate it. I hate being sick. It's one of the least favorite pastimes of me personally. I hate it. Uh, Before I go on, I want to remind you, like always, go and follow my Instagram. When I ever fucking post on that. And just make sure to subscribe and share videos with your friends. Got the two dogs in here just chilling right next to my bounty. Oh, man. Oh, boy. I still got stuff cooking in here. I forgot all about that. What do I got cooking? Iron. I have iron armor, so I'll be okay. And gold. Look at that. I am rich. I'm fairly rich. But I guess what I will start on is I will start on a wheat farm. I will start on a wheat farm today because I need food. I need food pretty bad. I need food in real life too. I've forgotten to eat yet again today, which is a pretty common theme you'll come to find watching my videos. But anyways, so I want to talk about a few things today. I'll start off with, right now, the fact that I have reoccurring subscribers. What I mean by that is, I don't know if I've talked about it already, but I have people who come back and watch my videos, again and again, which is really, really nice. It's really nice. There's Wagwan, there's Derek, there's a couple of the others. I forget the names because, there's like, I think there's like 4 to 6 of them now, which is so cool because I don't know any of these people like in real life, but they're still coming back and watching my videos, and we have little reoccurring jokes. It's nice. It's sweet. And it's just cool to see that type of growth because, like I said in pretty much every other video I've ever talked about this type of stuff, I've stagnated a lot. The only reason I'm not still sitting at 28 subscribers is because of my friend, because of Trainboy, because of Lance, because he pushed me and exposed me out to a lot of people, and that's the reason I have 400 subscribers now. You can tell I'm very sick, but yeah, I think it's always really cool to think about how far it's come so far with the growth and all that, and having people come back and watch my videos and kind of come to expect when I'm gonna upload. Even though I suck at it, I need to be more consistent. I forget a lot of times and I put it off, especially with everything that's going on right now in my life. I've got a lot. I try not to talk about personal things, but I've got a lot going on in my life right now that kind of keeps me from getting on here and, doing stuff. And I'm not gonna lie, I've been playing a lot of that mod pack I made. And so, this would kind of keep me away from it. Oh boy. And so, yeah, I definitely need to be more consistent, but it's just, it's nice to see the growth, I guess, is what I'll leave that at. Just trying right now to... Is that not how you craft fences? Or fences like this? Did I just do that exact same crafting recipe? I think fences are like this. There were fence gates in this version? Wait, then how do you craft a fucking fence? Okay, that's weird. Yeah, that's not how it is now. Weird. This music's really loud. Give me 1 second, I'm gonna craft these fences. Turn this music down a little bit. But yeah, no, I need to be more consistent with my uploads and everything. I'm consistently uploading these. I don't think I've missed a week in the last month or two, which is good, but this isn't what I want my YouTube to only be. I mean, it's nice. It's really nice having these videos be something that people like watching. I mean, it's crazy to me. I just talk. These are like the least effort, which sounds bad. It sounds like I'm doing it because it's easy, but it genuinely is like low effort. It's not like a super hard thing to do, and I think it's cool that people want to sit here and listen to me talk about BS. So that's sweet. But you know, I need to be more consistent with uploads in general. And but you know, straying away from that, I guess what I want to talk about today is I want to talk about house improvement, home improvement. So you know, one of the things I've got going on in my life that is a lot to handle is home renovation. I've taken it upon myself to renovate the home that I find myself in right now, which is it's a lot. It's a lot for someone my age to do, because you know a lot of people are just kind of living with their parents, and I've got a house to renovate, and it sucks. You know, it's tough. And the one thing that a lot of people our age don't really recognize is that we're gonna all have to do it at some point. Like we're gonna have to all buy a house and renovate it. You know, we're gonna have to fix things. It's gonna happen. And so I just took up the torch a little sooner rather than later. Oh yeah, this is the version where it doesn't fix itself. Oh, that's not good. But you know, I guess where I'll start is, you know, like what I have to do is I have to paint the walls, replace the trim, replace the floor. I have to do quite a bit for this house. And, you know, it's a little overwhelming sometimes trying to, you know, get the courage, because whenever, you know, you're young, you don't know what you're doing, you know, especially with that type of stuff. You don't know how to lay flooring. You don't, like, you know how to rip stuff up. It's really easy, you know, it's really easy to rip stuff up, but it's a lot harder to build on what you've ripped up. And so that's kind of where I found myself, is I ripped everything up real well. I did that really good. I did the demolition part super, super good. But whenever it actually came to the putting it all back together, it's been a little bit of a journey, because it all costs a lot of money. It costs a lot of money. So is that my wheat farm? Is that where I call that right now? Because I don't know if I have any seeds. Yeah, I don't have any more seeds. So I guess I'll just have to call it right there for right now. I'll go plant these saplings. But you know, I ripped up everything really well, but the replacing it all, you know, it costs a lot of money. It takes a lot of talent. You know, you got to know exactly what you're doing. There are things I've done that I really wish I hadn't done, because now I have to go back and fix it. I put up doors. So with like hanging doors, whenever you hang a door, so like this right here, you'll have the trim that goes around it, and you'll have the jamb on the inside, the door jamb. And the jamb have these staples, like right there, there, and there, and there, where it's two pieces, and those staples keep it together. What you're meant to do is put it in the doorway, take the staples out, and then slide the two pieces apart until they match up with the size of your wall perfectly. I didn't do that. I didn't know what those staples were for. So now I've, you know, stapled my door into place. I'm going to have to go in there and pry it out, and then pry out these staples, and then fix it to my door, and then staple it back in. So that's cool. That's fun. It's something I did. And it's something I wish I hadn't done. And if you're watching this video and you're going to do that in the future, or you're just about to, there you go. I just saved you. I just saved you. And if you're just like me and you have already done that, then you know exactly what I'm saying. It's like, damn, this really sucks. These guys are still naked. Naked as hell. But I'm going to run back over here and see what else I can do, since I can't really do anything with the wheat farm right now. But, yes, like with the door, and then with the flooring, I chose a really bad flooring. I cheaped out. One thing I'll never do again is cheap out. So I'm going to, I guess I'll start an animal farm. But I'll never cheap out again. I cheaped out quite a bit with a lot of the flooring that I chose to put in the house. I chose to get very, very, very cheap stuff. And it is definitely shown, because it is falling apart. Which isn't like a huge deal. It's not the biggest deal in the world, but it does suck. and I'm gonna have to fix it. Basically, the flooring that I chose is regular like wood fiber laminate or whatever. And what sucks about it is it's not waterproof. Don't ever listen to them. If you ever go somewhere and they tell you it's waterproof, just don't even don't do it. Unless it's hardwood or something like that, don't do it because you're just gonna end up getting fucked in the ass. You know, you need to really stick to your guns about that type of stuff. But one second, let me just. So I think it was like this. Yeah, look at that. But like I was saying, wood fiber laminate or whatever, if you spill anything, and I mean anything on it, and you let it sit there for even like a little bit, even if you just clean it up, like that's what's happened to me a couple times, is even if you clean it up, it still bubbles up. And if you don't know what floor looks like bubbled up, look it up. Look up bubbled up laminate flooring, and that's what it looks like. It looks really bad. It looks trashy. It's just not like it's not a good look per se. And it doesn't, it rots and it gets really bad. And so what I wish I had done is instead of doing that, and are these guys gonna follow me? Oh, come on. Do sheep follow something else? No, I'm pretty sure they follow wheat. Is this before they added following? This is stupid. But, I don't know. I forget what I was saying, but I'll go off of the flooring. Is basically, whenever you're doing flooring, you want something like hardwood, or you want something like if you're trying to save money and you want it to be an easy installation, you want to go with something like say luxury vinyl. It's this like plastic flooring, and it's fully waterproof. I guarantee you there's some pros and cons to it, but for the most part, it lasts a while, and it also just kind of it doesn't bubble up, which is a huge plus to me, because a lot of my floors are starting to bubble up, and it sucks. And I really wish I hadn't cheaped out. So whenever you're buying stuff, don't cheap out. I was gonna cheap out with a lawnmower, and this was like 7 months ago. My girlfriend was like, "No, you learned your lesson with the flooring. Don't cheap out again. Just get the nice lawnmower." And I did, and the thing works really well, and I'm glad I did that. And that's kind of what my new philosophy with it is I'm just gonna, I'm not gonna spend all the money in the world, but I'm gonna try my hardest not to cheap out on things, because, whenever you do that, you get bad products, you get bad things, you put them into your life, and then, you get mad because you have to fix it. Are these guys on wheat too? You coming? Was this when you had to like bump into him? I remember that being a thing. You had to bump into him. Ooh, look at that. He's following. Okay, I'm just gonna focus on one at a time. But yeah, and that's what I would say with that. And say like painting. I feel like younger people don't get that like type of experience and advice that they need whenever it comes to home renovation, because nobody realizes how big of a part it plays in your life. But it's like, it's huge, it's huge that it's a huge part of your life that it plays, where you're gonna have to like take care of yourself and be self-reliant. You need to be able to fix holes in your walls, and you need to be able to fix the flooring. You need to be able to start a gas furnace. You need to be able to, look around with the electricity and fix whatever problem is happening. You need to be able to fix a lot of these issues. And I feel like with a lot of people in our age range, it's just not something that's covered very often. And if I'm wrong, if you got it covered when you were younger, that's dope. I'm very happy for you, but it definitely wasn't anything that anybody around me was getting taught. And like currently I'm replacing a fence, and it's not hard. It's not hard at all, actually. Replacing a fence is fairly easy. But beforehand, I didn't know that. I thought it was a hard thing. The only hard part about it is keeping the lining up, and then also, just like, I don't know, having the motivation to do it because it's a lot. especially whenever you're doing the 6-inch fence panels, and you have to use screws, which that's what I'd recommend. Don't use nails, because nails, after a few years, 10 years, 15 years, they are very easy to push over. And like my dogs, they just kept like knocking the fence panels out, and it's like a dog shouldn't be able to knock out your fence panels. that's sign number one that you did a bad job. But and I guess if I were to go anywhere with this is if I were able to give any advice to younger me or anybody younger that's doing this type of stuff, is definitely like it's gonna be very scary going into it. You're gonna not know what you're doing, and you're gonna think you're gonna do a really bad job, and you probably are going to do a bad job at first. There were a lot of, when I was replacing my flooring, there were a lot of planks that I really messed up, and I wasted a lot of money. And when I was painting my house, there were a lot of drip marks and things I painted over I wasn't supposed to, and ripped walls, and a lot of stuff that went wrong, and it happens. But you need to be persistent. You need to continue to work on it and get better at it. The one thing I suck at is I suck really bad at drywall mudding. Like, I suck at drywall mudding. I hate it. I hate it. I refuse to do it because of how bad I suck at it. And for stuff like that, like what I plan on doing is whenever I get my money saved up, I'm going to hire somebody to come out and just like fix little holes in the walls and stuff. And maybe, maybe I'll learn along the way how to do it, and I won't have to do that, but that's my plan as for right now. But say for other stuff, stuff that isn't, absolutely abysmal to try and get down, because everybody hates drywall mudding for the most part. Everybody has a problem with it. It's so difficult. It can be. Oh my God, you're so hot. Look, a little piggy. There you go. But yeah, just my advice is just, hang in there and really try to pursue bettering it and getting better at it, and just I don't know just you need to hang in there and get better at whatever you're doing, so that you can at the end of the day sit there and be like, I did this, I got this done. And I don't know. I'm really sick, and I'm just kind of going around in circles now. But my advice is just, it's going to be scary. You're going to think you're doing a really bad job. You're probably going to do a bad job at first, but as long as you keep practicing at it, a wall, you can tear down a wall and redo it. You can rip up flooring and redo it. Will it be a waste of money? Yeah, it will. But at least you will have learned that knowledge, per se. In the realm of 2015 Vanoss comedy. Knowledge. At least you will have learned that little tidbit, and you can come back and do a better job the next time. And, to be completely honest, I think that's where I'm going to end it, because I don't have much else to talk about. And I'm very sick, and I have to get ready for work soon. I may or may not call in. I have no clue. I don't want to go in. It's crap. I feel like crap. But anyways, you have a nice rest of your day.